What's good people? Nick Taylor, back from the man cave with another video, and today we're gonna mix up a little bit. I don't have a sneaker review for you guys today. Today what I plan on doing is doing a breakdown of the top kicks or the top releases that will be coming out in the month of February. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start out with the Nike sneaker app. We'll go into like sneaker news, and I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown of the kicks that I'm looking to scoop up, the ones that I'm cool on, and we're just gonna run it from there, man. Like February is gonna be one of those months, man. Like it's one of those months as a sneaker fanatic that you look forward to, but it's also one of those months that your bank account is kind of like, gotta make some sacrifices, bro. Like, hey, you know, maybe I don't eat that much this month. No, I'm joking. But yeah, man, there's a lot of heat popping off in the month of February, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna grab my phone real fast. I'm gonna scroll through these guys and we're gonna go through it together. Let's get it. All right, so what we're gonna start out with, we're gonna go into the Nike sneaker app and we can run through some of the kicks that'll be coming up in the month of February. And like I said, I'll let you know what I'm feeling, what I'm not feeling. So let's get into it. All right, so the first shoe that we see on the Nike sneakers app that pops up to us is the Air Jordan 9 City of Flight. This shoe releases February 10th for 190 bucks. And I mean, first looks at the picture, man, this thing looks pretty clean. I mean, I'm not a big Nines fan. I'm not a, you know, the Jordan 9 it's alright, it's cool, but I think I only have like one 9 in my collection, so I'm not that big of a fan of the Jordan 9, but these actually look pretty clean. Got that all milky bottom, black and white upper, you know, seems pretty, it's a pretty nice Jordan. I mean, is it something I want to spend $190 on? Not 100% sure. Is it something that I feel like is going to sell out fast? I mean, if you take into account last year when they had the, I think the All-Star game was in New Orleans, they had the Mardi Gras themed shoes, the Jordan 6, and that thing sat forever. I mean, you can still get that Jordan 6 now for way under retail. The Jordan 1 that released last year did sell out after a while. I don't think it sold out that fast, but it did sell out after a while. So this one I believe may sit. I'm not sure. With so much heat that they have coming out this month, man, I don't think this shoe is really, honestly, I don't think this shoe is gonna sell out. So if it's something that you want, hey, by all means, go ahead and cop. But for me, I'm gonna wait on it. Okay, so going down the list, the next shoe, we have women's up tempo. Don't really care about that. The next shoe that we're gonna get into that releases is the Black History Month Air Jordan 1. Now this Jordan 1 is an all Flyknit, you know, Jordan 1. Releases actually February 1st. So this release is coming up, and it's releasing for 180 bucks. Now, like I said, this is a part of the Black History Month collection, and so I knew about this shoe like a while back, and I thought, like, you know, hey, this would be something that I would rock and I would cop because it looks pretty good. You know, the way they have, you know, the black, the red, and the green, and the Flyknit on, you know, on this Jordan 1 looks pretty good. So I mean, it may be something that I don't know, man. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, honestly, I mean, it's so much stuff coming out this month. I don't think this shoe is gonna sell out again. So, hey, if it's a shoe that you like, by all means, go get them. But for me, I think I'm cool on them, you know. So, just keep scrolling through the sneaker app, and the next shoe that comes up is a definite must cop. Like, I have to have these joints in the collection, and that is the Black Cement 3 Classic. Like, man, it releases February 17th and the retail price is $200, and Nike can have my $200. Like, take my $200. I need to have these. Like, so they released these, actually they had like an early release of these like early on in the maybe it was like a couple weeks ago. Nike actually dropped these by surprise on the Nike sneaker app, and of course I took an L. I didn't know about it, you know, smooth move Nike. But yeah, they dropped these things out of nowhere, and you know, a few limited pairs, and some people were able to cop them, but like I said, I wasn't able to get a pair. But I will be trying to get these joints when they come out February 17th. Like, I mean, enter your raffles. Wake up early on the sneaker app, like, hit your plugs up. Like, I think these things are gonna go fast. I don't believe these things are gonna sit. I mean, this Black Cement is classic, and then we getting that Nike Air on the back of that thing. Like, you don't get more classic than that, man. So this is a shoe that I definitely need, definitely on my cop list. I want them. The next shoe that we'll get into is actually the Chinese New Year Air Jordan 7s. These things released February 3rd, another early February release. Jordan Brand, what are you doing to our pockets? But yeah, these things released for $250. I'm good. Like, just off the $250, man. Like, for me to spend $250 for a shoe, it's got to be something that's like super dope, like, or super classic that I'm really feeling. And I mean, these are nice. Don't get me wrong, like, they're nice. You know, they have kind of like that DMP 7 midsole with the Chinese like flair to it with the flowers and all that. But $250, man, no. Like, I bought the Chinese New Year 12s that came out 2 years ago. No, that was last year. Chinese New Year 12 that came out last year. But I mean, I love the taxis. They look like the taxis, so I dropped that bread. But these, I'm not really feeling. So we'll do a quick, like, hey, no little pass on these joints. Good on them. All right, but hey, if you want them, go get you some. So that's all that seems to be in the Nike Sneakers app for the month of February. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over to Sneaker News, which is a blog site that I use a lot to kind of catch up on releases and any, you know, news about kicks that has to be going on. So let's get into Sneaker News and see what they have. So what I'll do is I'll run through the shoes that like the non-Jordan releases that I'm looking forward to, and then we'll get into the Jordan releases. We've hit a few of them, but we'll switch it up a little bit and go to, you know, Sneaker News and see what they have on their release count. All right, so the next non-Jordan release that we'll get into is one of those All-Star Weekend kicks, and is the Nike Foamposite Big Bang. Now this is, I don't think you can call it a re-release. Nike released a Big Bang or a Galaxy, you know, Foamposite a few years back, and that thing was sick, like super dope. And of course, resale for it is crazy. So it's so nice that Nike is coming back out with another Galaxy themed Foamposite, and this thing is cold. Like, this release is February 4th. Retail is $230, and I will be trying to cop these joints. So yeah, that's, to me, this is kind of a must cop. It's gonna be hard for me to get. I'm gonna try, but hey, if I get them, I'll be happy. If not, hopefully the resale not busting heads like the previous Galaxy Foamposites. So to go along with the Galaxy Foamposite, Nike also does a all-star themed shoe for all of the signature athletes they have on their roster. So the Kyries, the KDs, the LeBrons, and the first one that we'll get into, I guess, is the Nike Kyrie 4 All-Star. This thing it's kind of a funky design, man. It's like all tie-dyed, you know, blue sole. This thing's pretty loud, man. And I like Kyrie. Kyrie is one of my favorite players in the NBA, but I'm not really feeling this shoe. I mean, it'll definitely draw attention to your foot. I mean, with the, you know, the crazy colors and the crazy design, but just not something that I'm feeling right now. The good thing I do like about Kyrie shoes are the price point. I mean, it's $120, so you're not really breaking the bank if you do really like these joints. So I hope he continues to keep that going throughout the rest of his models. So yeah, I mean, the Nike Kyrie 4, let me know what you guys think. I'm good on it. The next one is the KD. Not even gonna waste time, straight on it. The KD just, man, like, this shoe just looks like, even if you wear a size 9, your foot is gonna look like, I mean, long. Like, these shoes just look long. I mean, they look crazy on KD feet. I think I got an average size foot, and they would still look super long on mine. So I'm good on the entire KD 10 model. Like, sleep on them. And I haven't seen images of the LeBron shoe yet, but I'm probably gonna be good on that one too, just because, like I said, 2 pair of shoes on my rip to $430 on 2 pair. So prioritization, I'm good on the All-Star signature shoes. So Paul George is also on his second rendition of his signature shoe, and he has a sneaker dropping on February the 10th, and it's the PlayStation edition. So Nike and PlayStation teamed up and designed Paul George's PG2, and this thing is fly. Like, there may be a little bit of inner hype beast to me because the silhouette of the PG2 is, I mean, I like the one better, but I mean, hey, the PlayStation theme, that, you know, speckle midsole and the tongues that light up, I mean, this thing is dope. So I know I'm gonna have to fight every hype beast in the world to try to get a pair of these joints, but I'm going after them. I'm gonna try to get them. So like I said, it released February 10th. Retail is $110, so again, not breaking the bank. I thank you, Paul George and Nike, for keeping these things at a reasonable price point, so I can try to cop these along with everything else I'm trying to get in the month of February. All right, so we talked through most of the Jordan releases that were limited, that were in the Nike sneaker app. So now in sneaker news, we're going through that Jordan release calendar for the month of February, and a few of the shoes that we didn't discuss that is on the sneaker news website that's not in the Nike sneaker app. One of them is the Jordan 3 NRG 1988 dunk contest. So this is the Jordan 3. Basically, it's the Jordan white cement, but the only difference between this one and the regular, OG white cement is it has a clear sole. And on the left shoe, there's actually a red stripe on the bottom of it that kind of signifies, the 1988 dunk contest when Jordan, jumped from the free throw line, and I guess the red stripe symbolizes him stepping on the line, which is, I think it's super dope. I think it's kind of cool. So another shoe, it still kind of falls in line with the regular OG colorway. So yeah. I'll also be going after these. These release February 14th, retail for $200. So like I said, man, Nike and Jordan Brand are killing me, like, man. And hey, like I said, sacrifices must be made. As if all this isn't enough with the Galaxies and the player exclusive and the player edition shoes and all the Jordans we've already talked through, there's also news or rumor that Nike will be releasing the next edition of the OVO collection, which would be the Air Jordan 8. So the Air Jordan 8 in the black and in the white colorway are set to release February 10th, and the retail price for those are $225. And I'm probably gonna have to fight every hype beast in the world for these, but to be honest, this is a shoe that I don't have any of the OVO sneakers that have come out, the 10 or the 12, so I'm gonna try for them for $225. It's kind of steep, but hey, man, these things are super clean. Of course, I favor white sneakers a little bit over the black ones, so I'll probably be trying to scoop up the white ones before the black. So just add another $225 to the amount, man. Nike and Jordan Brand are coming with fire for 2018, for February 2018. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of the Jordan 1. I have a few pair of Jordan. I'm lucky enough to own a few pair of Jordan 1s, and these two that are set to release in February, one being the Air Jordan 1 Gold Toe is what they're calling it. This sneaker, this sneaker previously released last year at ComplexCon, I believe, and it was a very limited release, and I wasn't able to get my hands on a pair here. None of the sneaker boutiques in my area got any pairs. So it's cool that Nike's re-releasing this, but man, could they pick another time? Like, could they have picked another month to release these things? There's so much heat dropping in February that they're also going to throw these gold toe ones. And if that's not enough, they're also coming out with a bread toe one, the Air Jordan 1 bread toe, which is set to release February 23rd, retail price $160. And looking at images of these kicks, man, like the leather quality on these joints looks A1. I know a lot of people, when you talk about Jordan 1 leather quality, everybody looks at that shadow backboard, and I haven't seen the shadow backboard in hand, my own hands, but I have seen images of the shadow backboard and images that came out when those shoes released, and images that I'm looking at now of this black toe, of the bread toe, I'm sorry. Looks pretty similar. I mean, the leather looks very good quality, very good grain, and like I said, releases February 23rd, so it's toward the end of the month. And yeah, I'm probably gonna end up trying to scoop these also, man. Like, if there's anything that we've discussed or we've talked about that you see yourselves going after, let me know. Make sure you do your due diligence. Like, see if any stores in your areas are running raffles. Look at those launch locations to see what stores in your location are giving what kicks or what shoes. I mean, talk to the people in the stores. Some of them will give you some information on how many they'll have in hand, and you can kind of go from there if you need to like go up a size or down a size to make sure you get them. But man, like, let me know February, what are the shoes that you're interested in? What are the ones you're going to be looking at scooping up? And hit me up in the comment section, and I'll try my best to reply. But man, like I said, this has been a super long video already. I've already talked you guys' ears off. Thank you. So if you made it to this point, man, you a real one. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. As always, thanks for watching. God bless. We out.